I, I, I got a proposition and I got a negotiation. So, my negotiation is, as a street robbery has occurred, whoever engaged and encouraged in criminal damage, which is also handling stolen goods, hiding a phone, hiding a stolen phone, destroying evidence, or selling it, or tampered with, anyhow, will be prosecuted under the law and under any section of the law. If people apply with the law, if they found my phone, if they admitted with formal apology, which the phone is in good condition, which there's no damages has occurred, no hiding phones, no damages, no tampered with, no selling phones will not be actioned. With a formal apology, with a formal statement, what's going on will occur in your statement. When the police find this suspect, and the suspect will be interrogated and interviewed, it will be under caution from any circumstances. Therefore, since a street robbery has occurred, which a street robbery has occurred, if my phone retrieved by a police, which means if my phone has been found and with a law, and if there are no damages, it's in good condition, no selling, will not be prosecuted. Therefore, the man who's responsible for it will be prosecuted for love bombing and manipulation effects. However, as these people claim claimed to be my cousins, I cannot go by family. But therefore, if people apply with the law, work with the law to find my phone, there won't be action needed. However, if someone engaged in handling stolen goods or conspiracy of handling stolen goods, will be prosecuted. That's if no one associated with tampered with my phone, if no one tampered with the security, as security are very important to me, if no one sell a phone, if a phone hasn't been tampered with, if there's no damage, if there's formal apology, formal statement, and work with the law, there won't be action needed. However, if my phone has been damaged, as I witnessed, if my phone been tampered with, been associated to hide my phone, believed to be gang association, will be prosecuted. Therefore, the actions will not be tolerated, is not acceptable, and its forgiving nature is unforgivable. Therefore, I urge people to work with the police. If I find this suspect admit causing criminal damage, he will be charged. And if any involvement will be charged too in regard to perverting course of justice, which is a serious offence. However, handling stolen goods is a serious offence too. If people apply with the police, work with the police, admit their faulties, no hiding phones, no criminal damage has occurred, or if any involvement, engaged or encouraged, if no selling phones, will not be prosecuted. However, this is very difficult times for me, as this is ongoing, and I cannot, from any circumstances, I cannot oblige to tell you what's going on, what has been happening, or what is happening. However, the suspect will be formally charged, and if any involvement, if any engaged or encouraged. For examples, hiding phones, handling stolen goods, criminal damage, tampered with, bypass, and all that. If any admission or any lies, you will get prosecuted and you will held accountable for it. Street robbery, since my phone has been stolen, is unforgivable. Therefore, the suspect won't be charged if he admitted and the phone in good condition and not been tampered with, bypassed, or selling or anything. If he admitted or not and given false statements, will be prosecuted. Therefore, I will do everything I can to prosecute this nameless person, and if any involvements. As this is difficult and this is ongoing, this is difficult for me, as I witnessed the phone has been stolen and I've been repeatedly pushed, and therefore I saw it on a green, on a grass, has been damaged repeatedly. Therefore, I ask any one of you apply with the police, work with the police on this. Just bear in mind, you are under oath and under caution. Therefore, if you give falsehoods about with the police, there will be very serious punishment. And there won't be action needed if person admits his faulties. I kindly suggest whoever involved with this work with the police, because just bear in mind, street robbery is a very serious offence. Criminal damage is a serious offence, and you will be charged if any involvement or not. If any conspiracy of criminal damage or hiding phones, you will be charged. my formal say here now. I urge the families who did this nameless person with his criminal acts apply and work with the police. However, as I keep saying, criminal damage and street robbery is very dangerous and it's a criminal offence. Roughly, you will have 5 years in prison or max more. And then again, do you really want to get prosecuted? This is just wasting police resources. Just help the police, apply and work with the police, because teamwork makes the dream work. If I find my phone been lost, damaged property, or anything like that tampered with, or lost phones, this nameless person and its involvement will be prosecuted. And I aim to will and amen for this person will get prosecuted. Because I'm not a person will not have it, will not put up with this. Just bear in mind, when this nameless person been interviewed, it will be under caution and it will be relying in court. If these people, I work with the police, if you not work with the police, if you manipulate the police in somehow, give them false statements and falsehoods and guilt trip, you will be prosecuted. My statement only counts. And my statement is an hearing from a CPS. I strongly advise, and I am being deadly serious now, if there's no phone has been found, if it's lost property, if it's damaged, lost, tampered with, or if any involvement, you will be prosecuted. As this is difficult times for me, as I want that phone back, and he need to admit his faulties. However, as this person is love bombing and associated with a gang, there will be action too for taking advantage of me and cause intimidation. This person, nameless, is Mitchell Match, whatever his name is. Live three doors up from me and be big I am and plastic gangster. He is a known drug dealer. He is a nameless pusher. He's not right. This nameless person called Mitchell, whatever, he's not a right person. As he will tell other people to go against families. And I don't think people should hang around with them some sort of people. To being honest with you. He died. As I can see it, this nameless person, I can say got narcissist personality disorder, which he displays narcissism and narcissist traits. Which is a very ill person, and he smoke wacky backy, and in a result, intimidation. In fact, that he been bullied in a group and the group accepted him. Therefore, if I found out this person, I promise you this now, this person will be found out. Keep calling me cute when I've been drugged. This person will be found out and he will be telling off. And there will be serious actions against him and towards his families. However, as this person, nameless person, other individuals associate and claim to be my cousin, I will not go against families, but I need to remain loyal, as loyal is good. And also, honesty is the best policy when a suspect been interviewed. Just as a reminder, this person will be under oath if he relying in court and will be under caution from any circumstances. If this person or if anyone associates with him, and some of you know who I'm talking about, now won't be hard feelings if the suspect, nameless person, admit his faulties, which is truthfully unforgivable. I just want him to admit his faulties and work with the police. Therefore, if he lies, if he gives falsehoods and cues, if he hides the phone or if any involvements, if the phone been damaged or tampered with, which means bypass or selling, will be relying in court. It's a game over for this person. This person have an easy way or a hard way. Hard way is he faces circumstances and the consequences. When the police interview this person, they don't care about the family gossip. All they want to know is the truth, and they want the suspect is their most priority to get the suspect in custody. They don't care about the gossip or misinformation or accused. Their role is to prosecute, to protect and reserve, and put offenders behind bars. This is a clear message, and I will say this again. When a nameless suspect been interviewed, if he gives formal apology, formal statement what happened, there won't be action needed. And based on if there's no criminal activity, there won't be any criminal charges. However, if he hides the phone, the tamper with the phone, bypass the phone, or sell the phone off, he will be looking at perverting course of justice. I'm just giving my final say here, what will going to happen. Street robbery is unforgivable, and there will be actions, has consequences. It's a last chance for the suspect to admit his faulties to a police if he'd been interviewed and found and searched. This person put me in an awkward position. And I will say this again. If any criminal damage, if any damage to a phone, if hiding a phone, with any involvement, if any tampered with, or selling a phone on, will be prosecuted. And this person don't understand he can't get in too much trouble over this. If I were a suspect, I would admit his faulties and admit it. If the phone is not in a good condition, or if any damage has occurred, hiding with any involvement, or stop selling a stolen phone on, will be prosecuted. Most likely will be perverting course of justice and handling stolen goods. And it's bigger question now. Do this person want to go to prison? From my understanding, he's my cousin who claimed to be my cousin's son. But then again, when he been interviewed, he need to confess, man up. If he lie, there will be consequences. If any hiding phone tampered with, there will be consequences. It's unforgivable. People don't understand street robbery is a very serious offence. And you will be charged for your unlawful conduct. If I was nameless suspect, I would admit it and give a formal statement, no falsehoods or accuse. However, for this person who manipulate the situation, he will be found out. who, for that person who took advantage of me, it will be found out. And when I do found out this person, it will be actions. Let's take a few moments now to get a suspect to admit his fault is to a police. And if there's no damages, there won't be action needed. If I am a suspect, I would admit it and give a formal apology and a formal statement. Just bear in mind, perverting cause of justice and street robbery is a serious offence. There will be consequences and there's a serious circumstances. You will be under oath to a Crown Prosecution Service. This is challenging for me as this is ongoing. However, if a suspect apologises, play a victim card, act like a victim, and admit his stolen goods, hiding a phone in with any involvement, destroying evidence, selling a phone on, will be prosecuted. And I have clear zero tolerance for this kind of behaviour. As my security are important to me, I never would have my security compromised. My security is, I would take that seriously. Now, two choices towards the nameless suspect: admitted and given a phone to a police with good condition, we will be charged. And I'll promise you this now, he will be charged for conspiracy, perverting cause of justice, street robbery, assault or battery. And just for the record, do the suspect honestly want this? Because if he failed to reply, there will be drama and backlash. And do they really want it? Backlash and cause drama and cause a big scene. It's a last chance to apply with the police. This suspect work with the police, as he will waste police time and waste police resources. As they're serious, because the police are local enforcement team. We need a law in this country to fight against crime, against criminals. Let me put a suspect aside As this person took advantage of me, call me cute, there will be actions if he's been found out. And trust me, I will make sure he will be found out. It's a last chance to a suspect to apply with the police and admit his faulties, give formal statement, not formal apology, because apology doesn't cut it. Give formal statement and get the police to retrieve the phone. If not, there will be consequences. It's up to you lot now. Game is over. Cut the shit out. There's nowhere to go, nowhere to escape. If I am a suspect, I would confess. By confessing, there's a good chance he won't go to prison, or there is a good chance it will be a sentencing to low. Help the police. If the suspect help the police in somehow, would be reducing their sentence. It doesn't help if his family's in fear. Hi. It doesn't help if a family doesn't interfere and do not engage or encourage or cover the phone up. If I found out the phone been covered up, been tampered with, damaged, selling the phone on damage or so on, will be prosecuted. And I will make sure this person will pay a price. And what the person doing to tell him to get me rob my phone? He will be in conspiracy. He will be charged. There will be action towards him for his manipulating the situation, and so on. I will not tolerate this kind of behavior or this person engage or encourage, intimidate. I had enough of this person. If I found out what this person is, I found out what this person looked like, there will be actions and there will be consequences. I don't care if this person been bullied in a group and group accepted him. I don't care about that. What he's doing is manipulation. And he need to admit it, he is a complete narcissist. A scumbag. I will not get a police to be hard on a suspect if he admit his faulties, and there won't be damages to a phone and a phone retrieve. However, I'm looking at here perverting course of justice, conspiracy, street robbery, and if any involvement. And that is serious offence. And just bear in mind, as a reminder, you will be under oath and under caution. If anything you say may be given in evidence. Therefore, I will withdraw my statement if he confesses, if the phone will be retrieved and there are no damages. If there's damages or anything like that, selling on, there will be consequences. I know what drug dealers are losers because drug dealers are mostly commit crimes, and same for drug addicts. And there will be further crimes in relation to him if he failed to apply. It's up to him now, game over. When this person been interviewed, don't accuse the victim. By accusing, you will be under caution. And choose to manipulate the evidence, it will be under caution. If I suspect, I would admit it. He would be looking at conspiracy, if any involvement, perverting course of justice, street robbery, and further crimes in regards to his name. And what I'm saying you is the truth. This person either confess with the police, tell where the phone is and locate it, and there's no damages, or there will be consequences. And I will look at that family. There will be numerous charges, if any involvement. There will be numerous charges. And I'm not the kind of person who will put up with it, as I take my stuff very seriously, as well as my security. If any tampered with, I have to inform a National Security Enforcement Office. Because security is a dangerous game. It's called social engineering, which is dangerous, which relate to cyberstalking or any malicious activity. If I suspect, when he do be found out, and I promise you he will be interviewed under caution, he need to admit his faults and confess. By confessing, it don't help a law. And act like a victim if lying, misinformation, spreading rumours, and accuse the victim for no crime, then you will be charged. Just bear in mind, as this person is older, this person will be looking at be charged. As he's older, he most likely will be charged with my formal statement. I ask again to urge this person confess and work with the law, and by retrieving the stolen phone. Or I promise you this now, there will be consequences. And I will not have it. And I will be looking at that family and the involvements. As there are lots of conspiracy theories over this. As nothing is adding up, be looking like there are numerous suspects involved, or there trees a crowd involved. If I are a suspect, I would admit it and work with the law. Because at the end of the day, if you not work with the law, if you lie, wasting police time, you will be charged. According to old age. It's the last chance. Here, you won't get that chance again. If this suspect gives a falsehoods, it will be charged. And I will not have it. It's crimes, and if any involvement in lawful crimes is unforgivable. It won't change things. By lying or not, it won't change things. It won't change your life. Because crime don't pay. Crime doesn't pay. And for this person, it's game over because it's outnumbered for him. And his family doesn't help by covering it up. Otherwise, they will be charged too. And also, if he admitted or not, I'll wipe my hands of that family, because I know what that family has done to others and me. And that won't change things. I'm being serious now. He will be prosecuted if a phone hasn't been found. And there will be serious consequences for this person and their nameless family. There will be if there's no phone has been found, there will be a numerous backlash. It's a last chance for the suspect to admit it with the law and work with the law, because law trained to interrogate people. And you see me, I will not have it when people take advantage of me, or be love bombing, or display narcissist traits. A person who displays needs to grow up and get a life, because the world doesn't evolve around them. It's up to a suspect to admit it. If a family help him to retrieve the phone and work with the police, there won't be action needed, especially if there are no damages and the phone in good condition. It's a last chance now. Because at the end of the day, when drug dealers steal phones, they commit crime. And looking at this person also will be charged for harassment. And his reputation will go down the drain. And his family will go down the drain with him. It's a last chance. When the police intervene the suspect or want him to admit his faulties and where he got that phone from, by failing to reply, you will be charged. And there's numerous crimes you will be charged with if you fail to reply. My theory is this person will be charged for handling stolen goods, harassment, perverting course of justice, criminal damage, assault, battery, and drug dealing offences. It's up to him if he applies with the police. I only say this once and once only. As I give him my formal speech, I just want this person to have confessed. Street robbery is a serious offence. Maximum is imprisonment, with max 14 years or much longer, and a fine included. This family, that nameless family called the Laytons, don't understand handling stolen goods, perverting course of justice, destroying evidence, which is arson or not, and street robbery is a serious offence. It's his call. It's a last chance to spread this message around and to tell him to confess and retrieve the phone. Otherwise, there will be actions. It's up to him. If my negotiation don't work, the police will interrogate the suspect. I've done for my negotiation. If my negotiation don't work and don't sink in, it's off to go with the police to interrogate. Now, not looking at us. Now, not looking at petty crimes towards a family. Now, not interested in family gossiping or misinformation. Now, I'm interested in a suspect. Now, I'm not interested in that family who gossip, lie, play a victim card. I gave my final saying and my final and fair warning. Hello. I had to think all this over, and there will be negotiation with me. If my negotiation don't work, if any damages, criminal damage, hiding, tampered with, or selling it on, there will be charges or numerous charges. Also looking at conspiracy of handling stolen goods. And trust me, they won't like you. They won't like this person in prison for commit street robbery. I also have to play this out because this other person who nameless and display narcissist traits, he will be found out. And there's no stopping me. When he's been found out, there will be actions for his intimidation. Who do you think he is intimidate me? He acting like a big player, a big man, but you need to think again and change his ways. For this other person who potentially, probably, nearly commit a crime, I will forget about that. Because based on that information, that person not like it, and that person been obviously intimidated and encouraged to engage with bullying and obsessive behavior. So, the way I can see it, this person need to be careful because at the end of the day, life matters and he will be charged with any crime, such as R, beginning with R. And that's not very nice word, and that's not very nice. Put people through that. That is horrific, and that is totally unforgivable. Now we'll give people scars if you commit them crimes. It will scar a person, and people like that make my skin crawl because people like that don't understand when they commit these offences. Now word, how I describe it, I can't describe it, is forced, and that is a very serious crime. Now would be a CID will be involved, most probably, and most probably you will be prosecuted. Okay. And also, for this person who commits street robbery, when they've been interviewed, he needs to retrieve the phone and confess. By corrupting evidence or selling the phone on, it doesn't help your case and you will be prosecuted. It works both ways. Work with the police to retrieve the phone unless there's no damages, or you will be charged. We are looking at conspiracy, perverting cause of justice, and street robbery. That's what I'm looking at, my conspiracy theories over it. I won't say there's any more, as there's obviously need to sink in, as the nameless suspect seems psychotic at the time. And seemed psychotic when he did stalk and spy. He seemed psychotic. By retrieving the phone and helping the police, it's going to reduce the circumstances of a case, and depends if you help police out on this, there won't be action needed. Therefore, this other person not getting away with it because he chose to manipulate and he chose to love bomb. I'm not very happy of this person. This person is unforgivable. I don't care if he is a pusher or not. There will be consequences and he will be found out. Oh, thank you. Now really help my YouTube out. But I don't need donations, guys. I don't need donations. I just need to leave and get away from this suspect as possible. Seems like he's psychotic, probably roughly have mental health or some sort of breakdown. It takes one to know one, and that's me you I free too. And also, just bear in mind, his family doesn't help a situation out. It makes things worse, as it sounds. And I hope my negotiation helps, because I'm not helping those scumbags out. I'm just having them to confess. And we'll be looking at very serious offences. If there's a third party involved, if any damages tampered with or hiding the phone, any criminal damage, any destroying evidence or selling the phone on will result in a perverted course of justice. And don't get me wrong, I don't care what the police do next with this ongoing. If I am a suspect, I would confess. Okay, this is also my formal speech now. I do not want to put my family harm or my other family who believe to be my cousin who claims. But then again, the suspect, the person who chose to manipulate, he will be found out engaging in love bombing. He's a freak. Okay, I really don't know what to say about this ongoing case, because seems like this ongoing case probably take years and years to come back. When it do, you will be found out. And there will be consequences and conspiracies if any involvements, if any damages, or selling a phone on. By selling a phone on, it's not acceptable. It certainly won't help your case. It make you look like a bad person. It will make that person like a fool. And everyone will look at him, what a total scumbag he is in court. Everyone will be looking at him some sort of garbage. And I will be there to cheering things on if he failed to reply and not work with the police. Now, not care about family issues or family work with him. Now, most focus on getting a suspect in custody. If any involvement, if any damage or tampered with, will be in trouble. It's a last chance, and you better hope that there's no damages, there's no tampered with, no bypass, no selling the phone on, and all that. Or it certainly won't help your case. It will build the case on even more. And that person who's responsible will be held accountable for it. However, if he confesses and retrieve the phone without no damages, there won't be any actions. If there's damages or etc., I can do actions on you. It works both ways. Apply and work with the law and retrieve the phone, or now we will reduce, increase the sentences, dependently on your age. At the end of the day, I'm not here to negotiate people. I just want to get my life back on track. And with that prime suspect, or with any involvement, it doesn't help your case. If any preventing cause of justice, it will be looking at that, and you will be looking at long stretch. It doesn't matter if you get a solicitor or not. Solicitor won't help, otherwise now it's called soliciting. Solicitor doesn't help. It will help your case, but it won't help because the law is a law and I'm fighting crime. From my understanding, when someone's been interrogated by a police and they accuse or making up words to manipulate the police, to tell them to fight another crime. No, street robbery is a serious offence. It's his last chance to confess and admit. And you better hope you retrieve the phone, or there will be consequences. I'm not having it, and it won't be unforgivable. It will be unforgivable. And therefore, after you admit it or not, I will wipe my hands on you. That case, I don't want to know that family who commit crimes. Because I had enough, and I have seen a big and perfect picture with all these patterns. Okay, I don't really want to do this to get a suspect to be actioned on. Depending on the damages has been caused and what price it is, you will be charged. If any tampered with, when the involvements, you will be looking at, and others will be looking at, conspiracy and perverting course of justice, which doesn't help. If I are suspect, I would confess when they do being interrogated by a police. And trust me, police won't give in. The police will keep dragging it on, same for the court will drag your case on, dependently on your family history. The more on your family history, the more they will be looking at you like garbage. Now, two choices. Confess, admit, and give formal statement, and retrieve the phone without tampered with, selling the phone on, any involvement, etc., and by retrieving the phone. If I found out if any involvement, I will make sure everyone will look at you, and I will make sure this will be on the news and everything. If a phone has been lost and there's numerous damages and someone hide it and doesn't retrieve the phone, then there will be consequences. I'm just helping the people cases out, because if they admit to a police and retrieve the phone, it will help their case a lot out, and it will help resources. By fail to reply, you will also receive a police wasting police time or some sort of conspiracy, and etc. It's his call now. It's last chance to retrieve the phone when the police interrogate the suspect. By causing damages, by selling the phone on, now we'll be looking at you like dirt. And there's nothing gonna change that. I will make sure you will be out responsibility, and those will be out responsibility for those who cause criminal damage, lost phone, hiding the phone, destroying evidence, selling the phone on, or tampered with. And that's how I'm looking at it. Otherwise, these people and its involvement will be looking at the long stretch. Conspiracy, street robbery, probably arson, perverting course of justice, assault and battery. And I can't get over this other person who chose to manipulate the situation, who display narcissist traits. And I know he lived 3 doors up from me, so if I do find out his name, there will be actions for his intimidation, for his harassment, and for his organised harassment. But I don't really want to press charges, but I will press charges if he failed to reply and there's no phone inside and there's no retrieve. By covering it up, by getting the family covering it up, is classed as perverting course of justice. And that is a long stretch. By family gossiping, it doesn't help the case. It doesn't help nothing. Now not focus on family issues or petty talking, small talk, smack talk, then focus on the prime suspect. Because the prime suspect commits unlawful crimes, which is unforgivable. Is this suspect last chance to listen to me before the police found out the truth? By selling the phone on, you can go to prison. By destroying evidence, you can go to prison. Depending on your age, most likely you will be in a youth offenders or in prison. And it begs the question, do these criminals really want that? But is the family and him last chance to tell the police where the phone is? Mark my words, if there's criminal damage, as I saw, as I witnessed it, you will be in trouble. My life matters to me as my phone matters to me. And my security are very important. So I take that very seriously. And if any corruption involved with this evidence, you will be charged. Because I will make sure that, mark my words. There's no point in being funny about it, laughing about it, or being funny or weird about it. This is serious stuff. People need to take a hint now. It won't be looking good if there's damages involved or any destroying evidence or covering it up. It doesn't help. Okay, this is easy way or hard way. By destroying evidence, I will get the police to thoroughly look everywhere, every house in regards to this latence, and by retrieving the phone that way, I will get the police to further look everywhere, in every house, and by talking to every person who's involved, because I won't have it. I will put a stop to it, and it's final. Okay, when I'm looking at it, this community is a threat by this family who commit unlawful crimes. It's their last chance now to work with the law and by retrieving the phone. Otherwise, it doesn't help your case. And then we'll be looking at you like garbage. And they will do everything to interrogate you. People may think it's funny, a funny little twisted game to corrupting evidence or to selling a phone on. By selling a phone on, by causing damages, if any involvements, there will be worse circumstances. And trust me, there will be worse circumstances. And there's no point in selling a phone on, tamper with a phone, bypassing the phone. It doesn't help. Because now will be classed as computer hacking, computer crimes. Also, there's no word, and I honestly don't care what police are doing right now in this rate. I'm most interested in to get a suspect in custody. If any involvements, it will be conspiracy. And as I got a disability will take that in consideration. Dependently if you got a disability or not, there will definitely will be seriousness. I have no words. It's their last chance to retrieve the fucking phone. And by when they interrogate them, they need to admit their faulties and give formal statement to their solicitors. But by accusing me or choose to manipulate or dependently what you say, and trust me, I will get the police to tell me what you say in custody. Depending on what you say, manipulating, guilt tripping, there will be serious circumstances. And I will make sure what has been said between both parties. And that's my negotiation for the day. It probably won't sink in anyway, because drug dealers like stolen phones. And they're keen to get more phones. These people also will be looking at handling stolen goods as well as further crimes. If these people, I would admit when I'm being interrogated and cut the bullshit out. 'Cause game is over. Truth is finally resurfacing, and there's no point in sub-stories. Any sub-stories will not help the case. And I also will get the police to be harsh on their suspect, because these criminals, when they're stolen phones, they need to be hard on them. Did what? Did what? I told the council about the problem I was having. Yeah, good on you though. You know, can I tell you something? When some dog is pooing in your garden, you're welcome. When a dog is pooing in your garden, now should do something about it. And that's called some sort of trespassing or loitering or something. It's not on. And I hope that when you told the council that, I hope they stick to that word. I hope they will do something for you. Because trespassing and loitering is not acceptable. And criminals are dumb. They think they're clever and they're not, because the police know everything anyway. These criminals are dumb. But game over. The law enforcement team work all different agencies, and I think criminals are dumb, are stupid. I'm not gonna talk about negotiation, but my negotiation is done. If he failed to reply, if there's no retrieve phone with any damages or lost, or anything tampered with or selling the phone on, I will make sure they will be charged. And I can imagine this is an ongoing case because they need to gather too much evidence. Too much evidence. And what these criminals do? Cause crime, so they are a scumbag. Also, I also will get their solicitor in trouble for them hiding anything. Or by giving sub-stories. Game is over because it's a dangerous game, it's serious, and there will be consequences. If a person retrieved the phone and then the police found out where the phone located, no damages, then there won't be action. But then again, it's still unforgivable. Why are you sending love emoji? Trying to encourage me to laugh. I mean it, and I'm being serious now, and pay close attention. And I hope this goes somewhere. But my negotiation is off a roof with this scumbag. And this second scumbag choose to intimidate. Don't know who think he is. He probably think, I don't know. He made of pudding a full of BS. By getting a family fight his corner, it doesn't help a situation. So, my point is, and I hope this goes somewhere, but this is such a headache and a wild ride, but a walk in the park. This case has been on Walk in the Park. Has been Walk in the Park. With this gobshiting person who committed. I'm getting off soon, so I'm playing my game soon. I also made further speeches, but it's difficult, it's hard. I think them enjoying it to commit street robbery. I think them enjoying it to. I think them enjoying it like terrorizing, but I don't know who think they are. So I'm either gonna play my game or watch YouTube soon. It has been a walk in the park. It has been walk in the park because it's ongoing and I think this take years and years to come back and I haven't hear anything which suggests me now probably gathering more evidence or more intel, more intelligence. That's my theory. But it's really annoying and frustrating because these people who commit these crimes and this other person choose to manipulate. It's hard, it's abomination. You know I can bury the hatch, but these people take it to the next level. These people obviously don't know who I am. But no matter law, people like them hate the law and them have to deal with the law. It definitely won't hamper case when they act like a victim or accused. They probably accused me for harassment or some sort of kind, or accused me for being racist. Well, if that's the case, if they accuse me for being racist and accuse me for another falsehoods, then I have to play this out. They probably will lie to the police. Which is funny actually, because one of them, they make accusations of me being racist before, and they most probably will do it again. So, it probably will look at slander or some sort of kind slander. And it's really tough to take me down because I'm not having it when people accuse me for something I didn't do. Now, loads of guts for people take me down. I have my I have my instincts that they probably will accuse me for something. Accuse me for harassment or being racist. But it goes to shows what they are really are like. It's funny actually because they accused me for being racist before. I'm not even a racist person. I got people in my family like that, but I'm not. None doesn't make me a racist. I guess people are twisted. Them do anything not to go to prison. I guess they don't want to be found out. It's all funny to me. I have to laugh it off with the intimidation and things like that. I just think all loads of baloney and it's old news. It's old news. People accuse me for something I didn't do. It's completely old news because, I don't know, they probably will repeat it. So, I'm not going down that easily. So, they have to think again. They must have got a grudge against me or some sort of weird kind, love bombing, of trying to gaslight a situation. Then people are not thinking. Then people who give them falsehoods and make accuse the victim for nothing they didn't do. It's all funny. Because you watch when they will be interviewed and interrogated, I bet on my life they will accuse me for something. I will bet you my life. They've done it before and they must potentially do it again. That family seems narcissist material. The boy who intimidate is a narcissist. Seems so like a big player. Don't get me wrong, if you not be careful, you will get in trouble, because I will make sure that I will bring everything up. When I've been drugged, he call me cute. I will bring everything up. How did I know about something like that? And he stalked me on social media such as Instagram, so he's totally fucked there. A nameless person who stalked me on social media and got a weird obsession, love bombing nature. I think he need to get a life, cause seems narcissist. So if people start to give falsehoods and accuse me for something I didn't do, it will make out them are a bad person. It will make they are a compulsive liar. So it would be a win-win for me if they admit their faulties and accuse me for something I didn't do. Probably a suspect accused me for something I didn't do. Okay, yes, well, I'm wrapping this live stream off soon because I want to hear me out, and my voice matters, my voice matters, but I'm not having these people walk over me, but seems like they taking me for a ride here, playing weird, funny little weird games. And that narcissist in the flats, they need to stay away from him. He's causing no shit. I remember when he whispered when I opened my window like a Torakius, like a diabolical creature. I don't get why people mess with people with disabilities. I don't get it. They probably got an obsession of autism people or something. I'm not going through my negotiation again. Either you learn the hard way or the easy way is choice. It doesn't help the family being involved with its involvement. It will make out they done something wrong. If their family fight his battles, it make him like a bad influence. But There will be actions if the phone's been tampered with or, well, or selling the phone on or causing damage. I will make sure every resource, I will make sure that something will be done. Every resource on them. I will not stop until I say it to stop. Until I say things to stop. Cause it's a thank God really I got security protection on there, but if they bypass it, I definitely will contact the National Security Enforcement. There's so much I can do. There's so much I can do. But I need to play this out because I did tune in, nothing back, and this is ongoing. I appreciate it's ongoing, and I really appreciate this will keep dragging it on. Because they need to find the evidence, and there will be a lot of evidence. And there will be all possibilities, all potentials, all purposes. They need to be looking at all possibilities, all potentials, all purposes, and they need to build intelligence up. One another thing what I will say, that I will not have it, but I know what I'm trying to do. But it's not working. Because I have seen it before on TV, on documentaries. I have seen it all before. All this perverting cause of justice and witness intimidation. But I also have seen it before, and one of them set a bike on fire, which is in Coronation Square, which I most believe he probably uninsured or uninsured, like a insurance job. But I don't know what I'm getting out of it, these criminals. I don't know what their goal is, even though it's challenging and has been walking the park. So, this ongoing case probably take years and years and years before it come back, before I eventually hear about anything. So, and them definitely need to do a lot of digging, as street robbery is a serious offence. And especially drug dealers who commit these offences too. But I don't get it why drug dealers like stolen phones anyway. They probably... I have seen it all before on GTA. I have seen it all before. And proper criminals, proper mafia don't want to get tampered with over phone, so they can do a payphone. But now it's old fashioned. But I have came a long way. It's important for me to know all this stuff. It's important. It definitely is important. I need to know all this stuff, even though I realise and recognise. I have been, well, I have been for a wild ride actually through GTA series, Saints Row series, Mafia Infinity series. And then I built my intelligence off that. But I've been watching documentaries. And is it 24 hours in police custody? Wow. For my dad, I may forgive him, but even though I love him, he is a bastard. So I don't appreciate he's slacking my family off. I don't appreciate that because he obviously don't know how I feel, because feelings are feelings. And when a parent slacking another parent off in front of their children, it make the kids don't know who to believe. So I don't care whatever happened to him. I have seen it all. It begs the question, how do my dad know where I live? Unless someone told him. That's hard done by. Never trust dads. Because I find the dads are worse people. Because there's potentially and possibility will discover narcissist personality disorder. So I don't trust my dad, but if he continuously slacking my family off, I'm being funny now, I don't want to know him. Because I have seen it in person too, what he is like. I have seen it all. And if he's not And if he's not careful enough, he possibility will be charged. I'm not having my dad stalk me to a police station. But how do we know where I gone? For some people, you have to be careful of a nameless family and the suspect because they seem psychotic with some sort of mental health condition. And when they carry on, they build an early grave up. So I think they love to fuck things up. I think they love to cause shit. Because one of their families cause shit because they keep spreading rumours on the internet. But I can't bury the hatch, but there's something is not right about the boy who chose to manipulate and have love bombing nature. There's something about I don't trust. I've got my instincts. There's something about him. I cannot get over it. But there's something is not right about the boy. I'm not giving this person is the name. This person is awful to be around with. One day, think he sussed the situation out. He started to talk to me and he not that until something is off about him. Something I don't like about him. It's nothing to do with anything, but there's something is not right about him. And from my understanding, this boy clearly don't understand who they are dealing with. It makes me laugh, actually. All this make me laugh. And then, I ignored the boy who intimidated because he showed his true colours. And I'm waiting for him to be lashed out. I'm waiting for the day to him to lash out. I'm waiting for the day. And I remember when I been drugged, all outside were doing wheel spins. What's the point in that? But I have got good memory. But there are a lot of things I can bring up, but I don't want to. In regards to that boy, I will bring it up. Because there's something in there doesn't fit right with me. There's something in the air doesn't fit right with me in regardless of their family. There's something is not right. And for my sister, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do nothing to her anymore. I don't want to... No, I'm not doing that dirty work. She do her dirty work for her. I'm not having me go to prison for something I didn't do. I mean, like, under influence of drugs and supplying is not my suit. So, deep down I'm a good person, but I don't associate with criminals or a mob. Although I like a game, but I don't associate. And I knew something isn't right when I smelled weed. I thought there's something isn't right in there. Because the cars keep going by and the heavy traffic. No. There's something doesn't fit me. 'Cause you know the Leighton family, their wheat are actually cursed. Because when I've been drugged, it seems like they were outside, someone must inform them, or they must got their instincts. But I can say bet on my life, their wheat are cursed. Despite for customers of them, their wheat are cursed. People should not buy things from them in the first place because it's cursed. And same for the wheat of my sister's boyfriend are also cursed. Or is there someone in between cursed? Yeah, people can make fun out of this subject or being funny about it, but I honestly believe it's cursed. Because look at that way, if anyone ever played GTA 4, the diamonds of 3 characters of all 3 players were the Bellic of Gay Tony, GT4 and the Lost and Down, the diamonds are cursed. Just think it that way, their wheat are cursed. And I honestly don't know why these drug dealers are competing against each other. Because none of your business are better. No one's are better. I think all the legal weed are cursed anyway. And despite of the boyfriend and nephew thinks doesn't add up to me. But I never want to talk to my sister again, or I'm gonna be funny, I don't want to do anything or do her dirty work, apart from she exposing the family, and being associated with a criminal who been in prison. And turns out the wheat are cursed. Oh, delicious. Okay, marvelous. I guess I put my brain at ease. Playing my game on my phone might, I have to make a determined decision. But I don't believe other professionals because I'm not being funny. What happened? No, I don't have PS5. What happened ages ago in August 2024 with the gaslighting? My theory is either, well, I'm not just imagining things. It's all true. But gaslighting someone is hard and is dangerous. So, to despite, hate there's someone because it puts a pattern here, father like daughter, and then mother like son. All I'm doing is protecting my family of all this disaster. I think, let me get this straight. Weirdly versus South Korea criminals. I think them enjoying it to manipulate each other, to have a gang warfare. I think they most enjoy it. But I'm not going to say what I'm gonna say because I I don't want to say these things. To despite someone were laughing at me and encouraged someone to stop and then someone not stopped, I'd just be a bit wary about it. My disability doesn't define anyone and it doesn't change anything. It what does make us human. There's no word going to change it. There's nothing. So I were a bit shocked ages ago because some of my moderators abused their powers and I find it not right because moderators can't abuse their powers. I understand them sticking up for people, but by abusing their powers, it's not acceptable. So I'm not doing people dirty work for them, given, well, there's someone at the gate and my sister, someone want me to retrieve something, but no. Okay. I will be coming off here now because there are a lot of things on and I just want to ease myself. and all they're doing is playing God. I just have to ignore them things, block it out, because I'm not being associated or dealing with it anymore. In fact, I'm not gonna have nothing to do with it. I'm turning my blind eye. I do what it fits me from now on. You can't please people in this world. You can't please people. People will walk over people. You can't please them all. So, I'm going now because I've got nothing to say. No more to say.